Unveiling the Paradox, the forgotten promise of federal standards for America's injured workers. Introduction. In the realm of American politics, the plight of injured workers often simmers beneath the surface of more sensational headlines. Yet, it remains a critical issue, touching the lives of countless individuals. In 2015, Senator Bernie Sanders championed the cause, calling for federal standards to protect these workers. His advocacy was met with acclaim, hailed as a beacon of hope. However, 8 years on, the silence from Senator Sanders, alongside various political factions including Berniecrats, Our Revolution, the Green, and the Democratic parties, is deafening. This article delves into this stark hypocrisy, seeking to shed light on the unfulfilled promises and the overlooked struggles of America's injured workers. The promise of 2015, Senator Sanders' call for federal intervention in 2015 was a response to the dire need for uniform standards in workers' compensation across states. His advocacy acknowledged the disparities and inadequacies in the system, a system that left many injured workers in a lurch, struggling for fair compensation and adequate medical care. This call to action was not just a policy statement, it was a lifeline for those mired in an often uncaring bureaucracy. The ensuing silence, fast forward to the present, the fervor and urgency that once surrounded this issue have seemingly evaporated. The initial support that galvanized injured workers and their advocates has transformed into a quiet neglect. This silence is not just a political oversight, it is a betrayal of a vulnerable demographic that once placed its hope in the promise of change. The complexity of political advocacy, understanding this shift requires a look into the labyrinthine nature of political advocacy and the legislative process. Political priorities are ever shifting, often swayed by immediate crises, public opinion, and the intricate dance of bipartisan negotiations. However, this reality does not excuse the abandonment of a critical issue, especially one that affects the lives and well-being of millions. The impact on real lives, the consequences of this inaction are not abstract political failures, they are real and deeply personal. Stories abound of injured workers facing insurmountable medical bills, inadequate compensation, and a system that seems indifferent to their suffering. These stories are not just narratives, they are the lived experiences of individuals who once saw a glimmer of hope in Senator Sanders' advocacy. A call for renewed attention. This article serves as a call to reignite the conversation around federal standards for injured workers. It is a call to Senator Sanders, political parties, and advocacy groups to remember their commitment and to take tangible steps towards fulfilling it. The need for comprehensive, fair, and just treatment of injured workers has not diminished. If anything, it has grown more urgent. Conclusion. The gap between the promise of 2015 and the reality of today is a stark reminder of the challenges in turning advocacy into action. However, it is also a call to action, a reminder that political promises should be more than just words, and that the struggles of America's injured workers deserve to be a priority, not a footnote, in the annals of political discourse. The time to act is now, lest we fail those who depend on us the most.